Hello and welcome to your daily dose of Satoshi's news. Today's date is Friday, the 17th of October, 2025, the year BSV comes alive. Branch your threads, expand your mind with treechat.ai or your post put on chain. Alright, let's see what we've got today. CoinGeek has got an article saying unbounded blockchain, BSV Teranode ready to change the world. And this was an article that literally has just come out today. So we'll touch on that, see what they're saying about that. We'll just go on about the Satoshi-era Bitcoin move, the 80,000 BTC, just because Gavin mentioned it on his show, and I thought, oh, you know what, I'll just pay closer attention to the articles here. And it looks like Galaxy Digital said they did actually sell it to the great coin treasury companies. Yeah. Finance saying, Yahoo Finance saying, Bitcoin shrugs off $9 billion Galaxy dump with barely a blip. And again, so it wasn't going on the market. This was $9 billion OTC to all the Bitcoin treasury companies. Like, that is crazy, isn't it, really? We'll have a look at some articles on my profile. Got to talk about digital ID that's coming, obviously. We'll have a quick look at the figures. Got some 365 days of Bitcoin history, and we'll finish the Kellen Schweller countdown. Right, let's get into it.
Greg says he's Satoshi, like a cowboy in the West, riding on the blockchain that they call the very best. 1 million strong, and transactions flying free. He's acclaiming his legacy, you'll surely see.
All right, here we go. Let's have a read of this then. So CoinGeek says, unbounded blockchain, BSV Teranode ready to change the world. Well, can't come soon enough if you ask me. Jeepers. Right, so they've said the potential for a worldwide digital economy just got 1 million times greater. Not just in general, we mean 1 million times per second greater. Swiss-based BSV Association has announced the official release of Teranode, the much-anticipated next-generation upgrade to Bitcoin, which completely transforms what a blockchain network can do. Teranode finally delivers to the world the promise of unbounded scaling on-chain, secure, fast and affordable. With Teranode, the BSV blockchain network can process over 1 million transactions per second. In fact, it has consistently surpassed this number in live trials on a globally distributed test network. These figures far exceed those required by existing digital payment networks, including major credit cards. This was the post here on the 13th of October. Love it. Devs got the first glimpse of Teranode when Terra Testnet launched last month. Today, the rest of the world finds out what unlimited scalability means, offering businesses unlimited possibilities on the most efficient transaction engine ever. Can you imagine? We here in BSV are the only people who know this. We're the only ones. I mean, literally, can you imagine when people suddenly see this? 1 million transactions per second. Well, we'll have to find, obviously, the small to medium-sized enterprises using it. But, I mean, we're talking emails, financial transactions, like absolutely everything. It should rocket past that. The BSV blockchain isn't just a network for payments. Its unbounded capacity means it can handle the entire world's data across various industries, including finance, the Internet of Things, logistics, supply chains, healthcare, property, business records, gaming and entertainment, as well as whatever comes next. Available now is the infrastructure to build globe-spanning distributed apps. It makes blockchain both a viable and a valuable tool for everything from large-scale enterprise and government services to localized social networks and independent creators. Any asset that exists in the real world can be tokenized and traded. It can run any number of digital currencies. Data can be public or protected. The network is open for anyone to build upon and utilize. It's all there, secured, verifiable, and available to whoever needs it. The BSV blockchain is ready to serve as the world's global truth ledger. Teranode shifts the narrative. Teranode is the answer to Bitcoin's decade-plus long scaling debate. It finally proves once and for all that Bitcoin is scalable and can process all the world's data on the blockchain. On-chain transactions are finalized and settled. There's no need for tricks with separate layers for payments or additional data. The full potential for the original Bitcoin protocol is finally unlocked. This is huge. This is huge. The question is no longer can blockchain scale, and said BSV Association Managing Director Agar Orkerson, it's now about what we can build. Now they do. With Teranode, BSV Association delivers infrastructure that helps achieve our mission to advance adoption and unlock the full potential of BSV as a scalable, secure, energy-efficient public blockchain built for data integrity, enterprise solutions, and government applications. Limitless growth with potential is worth the wait. The word Teranode has been on everyone's lips since the concept first emerged about 6 years ago. It wasn't always an easy journey getting to this week's release, and some have said its challenges were too significant. Teranode is built on a modular, microservice-based and horizontally scalable architecture for seamless data integration and real-time decision making. Its source code is available for everyone to maximize examine. It supercharges blockchain's capabilities far beyond previous expectations, forcing both the technology's proponents and detractors to reconsider how a future data-driven economy could be constructed. We know this tech has been a long time coming, but good things are worth the wait, said BSV Association CTO Ziggy Orkerston. And again, we went through this post the other day saying, how does Teranode's architecture actually work? We pulled in the expert to break it down for you. CTO Ziggy Orkerston says Teranode splits tasks across many machines working together to reach massive transactions capacity. Blockchain has never scaled like this before. Well, yeah, they didn't want it to. Although Teranode demonstrates its million transactions per second capabilities in demonstrations over a year ago, the upgrade required rigorous testing before being released to the world. For the past 6 months, BSVA has been working closely with developers to trial and test the software, allowing them to see the underlying code powering Teranode, enabling peer review, identifying potential optimization, and strengthening the platform before it's a full launch. Our goal is to help developers and partners build a better world on-chain with Teranode supporting enterprise-scale applications with real-world utility. Teranode will not be an overnight shift. Some transaction processors are already running it alongside the existing BSV node software, and everyone else will phase it in over the coming months. The BSV Association, a Swiss non-profit organisation that serves as the protocol custodian and advocate for scalable blockchain, will support the implementation through outreach programs and developer information. Even if you're hearing all of this for the first time and want to get started, support is available. Watch Teranode is the digital backbone of Bitcoin. Honestly, the rate that the government is moving in to literally lock everybody down and enslave us all, and this is the only remedy for that. It can't come soon enough. We need to learn to build on it. We need to get others building on it. Transactions need to come on chain. Miners need to see what's going on. Traders need to see what's going on. The world needs to be on this. It cannot come soon enough. Jeepers. I'm talking about coming soon enough. We all know about this. The Satoshi-era Gridcoin investor when he cashed out 80,000 BTC for $9 billion via Galaxy Digital. They said an early investor has sold 80,000 BTC through Galaxy Digital, making one of the largest crypto transactions ever in a trading season marked by high volatility. But again, this is what all-time highs, and now look at the price. An early Gridcoin investor sold 80,000 Gridcoin through Galaxy Digital in what the digital asset company described as one of the largest notional transactions in crypto history, though details regarding the date and execution price were not disclosed. Galaxy Digital's disclosure of the sale first appeared on PR Newswire late Friday following a post on the company's official blog about 30 minutes later. Cointelegraph reached out to Galaxy Digital for further details on the transaction, and although the company declined to comment further, they did confirm the authenticity of the press release. Galaxy did not reveal the client's identity, but stated that the transaction was part of the investor's broader broader real estate planning strategy. The announcement came on a day of heightened volatility for Gridcoin, with the price dipping below 115,000 on Friday, according to Cointelegraph. And again, this was written back in July 2025. So they're saying it dipped below 115. We're now at 106. Oof. Data from Look On Chain indicated several large transactions from Galaxy Digital throughout the day, totaling nearly 30,000 BTC, with most of the funds sent directly to exchanges. Oh, wow. So most of the funds went directly to exchanges. We'll have to have a look at the yeah, so it would be tiny. So the 24-hour trade volume is just 84 billion. So 9 billion from that. Nothing really. Yeah, no wonder it absorbed it. These transactions were tied to a Gridcoin investor who moved 80,009 BTC from a dormant wallet earlier this month. This is back in July. That were later transferred to Galaxy, according to a look on chain data from July 16th to 17th. Despite the heightened volatility, sold coins have been fully absorbed, analysts say. After a brief drop of nearly 4% on Friday, Gridcoin's price quickly rebounded. Not bothered about that at all. There we go. So Jason Williams, analyst and author of Bitcoin Hard Money, noted that the entire sale had already been fully absorbed by the market, suggesting that prices are poised to move significantly higher. Oh dear, that was wrong because they've gone lower. He said 80,000 BTC over $9 billion was sold into open market order books, and Bitcoin barely moved, wrote Joe Consorti, head of growth at Teia, a Gridcoin custodian infrastructure company. A custodian infrastructure company, what a joke. Gridcoin's price has surged this year. Yeah, not bothered about that. All right, but yeah, there we go. And it's also reported on Yahoo. They said Gridcoin shrugs off $9 billion Galaxy dump with barely a blip. 'Twas but a scratch. Galaxy Digital confirmed its execution of one of the largest Gridcoin sales in history. Friday, this is July. Offloading more than 80,000 Gridcoin worth $9 billion on behalf of a Satoshi-era investor. But despite the staggering size of the transaction, the market barely flinched. Gridcoin prices dipped from around 118,000 to 115, and we're now at 106. Yeah, so that's pretty much going to be the same information that we just read. Fascinating stuff. So yeah, it got sold. It got sold. And let's have a look at this. So we just got to bring up some videos here. Zia Youssef has said the Tories and Labour are plotting to cancel elections to stop reform again. So he wants to sign their petition. I mean, this is literally tyranny 101, stopping elections because you know you can't win them. It's outrageous. Have a listen to what he says.
Itself is under threat in Britain. Last year, democracy itself is under threat in Britain. Last year, you may remember, Labour and the Tories colluded to rob millions of English people of their right to vote in council elections. And now they are at it again. The Tories have written, Tory council leaders have written to Labour ministers demanding that those elections be cancelled again, trying to rob and deny millions of British people their right to vote in elections. They're plotting to take away the vote in Norfolk, Suffolk, Essex, Surrey, East Sussex, West Sussex and Hampshire. This is going to deny millions of people the right to vote again, and it will mean Tory councillors get to serve a staggering 7-year terms. That's assuming, if they're successful, that the elections would even go.
Oh, the 7-year itch. But I mean, if they do that, I mean, gee, absolutely outrageous. And again, this is why the world needs Bitcoin. Like, yeah, and all of this. You know, dare I play that? It's to do with the COVID jibby jabbies. But Ursula von der Leyen, she's not mincing her words when it comes to, this is going to be CBDC. Here we go.
A digital currency where it has been piloted, and there is only one which is clearly now launched in a very small country, but it is piloted on a fairly large scale in China, is of use and of service to all.
Well, yeah, if it's of use and of service in China, then we would definitely want it, wouldn't we?
Citizens. So it is not something that is good for the elite, or is good for the young, or is good for some versus others. If it is well done and if it is well implemented, it would be of service to all citizens. A digital currency.
Would it really now? Yeah. Do you want to vote on that? Completely undemocratic. Zug said here, responding to one of my posts here, loving this. He said, many years ago, you, as in me, inspired me to make this meme. I've recently uploaded it to this new version. Yeah, when you sell your BTC for the real Bitcoin. Famous photograph of Konrad Schumann jumping a barbed wire fence during construction of the Berlin Wall. Yeah, what an image that is. Amazing. And the statue of him is still there, fighting for freedom. But who knew what was going on back then, you know? It's only just coming to light as to what they're actually doing. Look at this. So Ryan has said here, the money market cap is now 80 million. Let's have a quick look at that then, shall we? Market cap. Oh, 70 million there. 70 million, whoa. But yeah, nearly 80 million. Wow. Wonder what. Yeah, that looks like. Yeah, market cap 80 million. Wow. Amazing. Amazing. This was a banger of a video that I found on YouTube saying a more realistic rationale for World War One, and this was why the banks needed World War One to survive, because they were about to collapse and they just used the war as a distraction, steal people's funds from them and all that. That's a far more realistic scenario. Absolutely shocking. And Britain remated here, bang on from Matthew Side. It's too hard and too expensive to build the infrastructure the country needs. The waste of this country is literally, he said literally the administration process in order to get the tunnel that goes under the River Thames, just to the paperwork, is what it actually cost them in, like, I think it was one of the Scandinavian countries to actually build it. Honestly, it's criminality beyond the pale, but we know that. And more. Just on the 15th said here, the BTC plebs have zero idea what's going on or what's about to happen. Got a picture of a rolling iceberg there, and that was in response to Hoddle, Florida, saying, I don't think you guys realise what an opportunity we've had to be buying this 100 to 120k range for an entire year. Yeah, all right, mate. I'm with more on that one. And if you haven't seen this was absolutely brilliant. Grifty said, who did this? It was a remix of the Matrix. The Matrix gone woke. Absolutely hilarious it was. This was another one that I posted here. I said, it's not just money, resources, health, time and knowledge the satanic cabal are robbing us of. They're also robbing us of beauty. And like literally looking at this, even though it's AI generated, it's just at the architecture and the art is just absolutely beautiful. It just made me realise, I'm like, what I think is okay, you know, we're capable of so much more, and that creativity is being robbed from us because people just don't know what beauty is anymore. They want it communism style, everybody wearing the same thing. That's what they want, you know, and if we're not careful, that's what's going to happen. So Thomas Fuhrer said here, there's never been a government that didn't sooner or later try to reduce the freedom of its subjects and gain more control over them. And there probably will never be one. Therefore, instead of trying to convince our current government not to try, we'll develop the technology that will make it impossible for the government to succeed. And again, this is exactly why the world needs Bitcoin. So I said, remember folks, all genuine Bitcoin legacy addresses start with number 1. Anything else like number 3, BC, P or Q, etc. are alternative centrally controlled shitcoin protocols. And somebody else sort of said, oh yeah, well we still get number 3 addresses on BSV. It's not Bitcoin though. You might have a multi-sig address, but Bitcoin is literally one wallet, one signature, one living man and woman behind and responsible for each and every single transaction. That's what Bitcoin is. So never send and never receive from a number 3 because you don't know who you're receiving it from. There's no accountability there. Oh, I thought this was hilarious. From Nostra House of Gold, he said, waking up just to check the silver squeeze. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. We'll have a look at the silver squeeze in a minute. This was a register saying a UK government said digital ID won't be compulsory. Honest. And that was Friday, 3rd of October 2025. They said the British government has finally given more details about their proposed digital ID project, directly responding to the 2.76 million naysayers that signed an online petition calling for it to be ditched. This came a day after controversial spy tech Biz Palantir said it had no intention of helping the government implement the initiative. Maybe that's why it's going all wrong, because they're trying to get company directors to register their digital IDs, but it's failing. They can't deal with the requests, and then company directors are just being delisted. It's an absolute shit show. An absolute shit show. And after that one saying digital IDs won't be mandatory, honest, the BBC writes here, new digital ID will be mandatory to work in the UK. So in other words, everybody's got to have one just to work. Absolutely, we've got passports, driving license, national insurance numbers, right? And yet suddenly they want a digital ID with absolutely everything on it. And you know what? It's because they're trying to fulfill a religious prophecy of enslaving the entire world. We know what's going on. It's just the normies out there that don't. So look at this, Greg coin down at $106,000. $106. So that means whoever it was when they sold back then, you know, the $122,000. Cool. You know, they did it right there, didn't they? However, genuine Bitcoin at $21.22 here on CoinDance, traded at 21. Transactions 45%, block size 92. Come on, let's have a look at some of these coming through. We've got a 68 megabyte block there. Nothing to write home about though. It's 50,000 times cheaper to transact on Bitcoin than Gregcoin. Mining Bitcoin at a 12% comparable loss to Gregcoin, but showed the miners aren't budging. They're just like, nope. Those who are mining the genuine Bitcoin, they're just like, nope, not going to be mining any of those shit coins, even if we do have to suffer a 12% comparable loss. Not going to touch that shit. Right, let's have a look at the politics in the pie charts. 7 days, 24 hours. Gregcoin hash rate, other miners 11.81. Bcrash, other miners 15.97. Fisher Price Cash, other miners 22.9. And again, CoinDance not reporting the figures there for genuine Bitcoin. But never mind, because we can see them here. Mining stats, 24 hours. Kuv 22.7. SA100 18.3. Gorilla Pool 16.88. Well done them. I wonder if they're using Teranode. Tau 12.9. Ooh. Tau Teranode 10.3. Mining Dutch 9.7 and QD-Link 8.4. Very good. So overall transaction volume, it looks like we're down to fourth, but again fourth, and yet we're buried down at 100 in our coin market cap. Ethereum 1.6 million. XRP stuck at 677 like a sitting duck. Gregcoin going up though. Where did this come from? 525,000. And genuine Bitcoin though snapping at its heels, 410,000. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's have a look at the overall market then. Market, look at that. So the market cap has dropped from $4 trillion down to $3.5. So $500 billion loss there. Gregcoin, $83 billion 24-hour trade volume, representing 3.9%. And the price dipping there. So it's gone from 109 to 106. Oh, where did it dip down to? 104, 24-hour low. $104,000. Oh, imagine if it dipped to below 100 to the 90s. You know? I wonder how many people that would shake out. Oof. Oof. ETH 3,827. Binance token 1,070. XRP $2.30. Honestly, it hurts my eyes looking at all these shit coins. Doge 18 cents. Good grief. ADA. Honestly, when you actually really know what these coins are, it's just absolutely outrageous. But, you know, it's all fraud. I mean, look at how many coins there are and all the symbols they come up with and the different names they generate. Again, it's all cabal. They do all of this. They come up with all of that. It's a massive fraud. All one group doing it. Oh, we're now down to 99. 99 ranking in CoinMarketCap, $21.41. 5.5% 24-hour trade volume, representing 23 million. So that means you could buy everything that was for sale for 12 million. $12 million for sale. Oh, look, down and then up again. That looks all right. Oh, Let's see what that looks like against Gradecoin, shall we? Right. So 17th, that's today. Okay, we've come down, but just making our way back up again. Ooh. That's all right. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at this versus Gradecoin. There we go. Sort of trending along here sideways. Very good, very good. Right, got nothing for 17th of October for 365 days of Bitcoin history. A bit of a bear run, but that's because it was like, you know, white paper was released on the coming up to the release of the white paper, 31st of October. Wow, amazing. So there we go, 17th of October. We're now 29 days past the Kellenschweller countdown, counting up to the event that I've been waiting for the last 8 years. You know, what's it going to be? Well, I know, but nobody else is going to know. Lots of people speculating. You're just simply going to have to wait and see. So hit the like button, press subscribe. You're not going to want to miss all the shenanigans that happen between now and then. It's going to be absolutely epic. So until then, be aware, take care, stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the next one.
The king still has one more move.